Laughing aloud now, magic in the air. Wands roll around us, cast away our care. Friends in the hallways, adventures we find. Spells and enchantments, trouble on our mind. That's so wizards, oh, 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 oh. Life is a spell we know. We're casting joy and glow, oh, oh. That's a wizard show.
Good morning and welcome back. It's Thursday here at Site B in Fresno, Nevada, a place that does not exist, much like myself. The weather can't make up its mind because it's both rainy but sunny, but whatever. Did you see this thing this morning? Was it this morning? Maybe it happened yesterday. Ryan Dancy of AEG, who was a huge board game making company, parted ways, got thrown under the bus, parted ways with his company because of some comments he made about the ever-present threat of the artificial intelligence taking over every aspect of our lives. In fact, I'm pretty sure my cat has been replaced by an artificial intelligence. I might be an artificial intelligence, except for the intelligence part. Can you be an artificial idiot? Anyways, why am I bringing this to anybody's attention? And what does it have to do with Wizards of the Coast? Well, let's go in deeper into the caverns of the outcome of AI. So Ryan Dancy, who used to work for Alternate Entertainment Group, who makes board games, was talking about AI and how converting to AI could save the company a lot of money because AI could pretty much do everything that anybody at the company could do. And he got they came to a parting of ways. He got futured endeavored. He got fired, thrown under the bus, whatever. Because he said things like, I haven't seen anything original since D&D and Magic the Gathering. That might have been what got him in trouble. He said AI could come up with anything we've come up with. That could have got him in trouble. So, it's the way he said it. Let's face it, the way he said it is kind of hostile. Kind of like, I can do anything I can do. What do I, It definitely could have been phrased better, Mr. Dancy. But I guess he felt the ever-present threat of the AI pressing down on his neck, and he chose to lash out in a time when perhaps lashing out could have been said differently. Saying the statement that AI is going to steal our jobs, that's nothing new. It's been going on for a while now. They took our jobs. And saying things like, well, AI could do anything we could do better, faster. Well, again, that's pretty much the general consensus of most of the populace. But again, it's not really what he said. It's the way he said it probably that got him more in trouble, because I'm sure the AEG fans were like, no, an AI can't make teeny towns or Munchkin or all the things we make, or Flip 7 or anything like that, because AI doesn't understand the things like humor. The AI doesn't understand the things like, sarcasm or wordplay or all the things that make a board game a board game. Sure, an AI could make a board game, but it wouldn't have all the intricacies that make these games so wonderful. We know AI is making Magic the Gathering. We've seen some of the art coming out from the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to know that Wizards is just letting AI make it. And we know AI is making D&D, and we know that Chris Cox is all for AI, which is the whole point of this article. So how come, because Ryan Dancy says AI is going to steal our jobs, we might as well jump on the AI bandwagon. He gets thrown under the bus. But Chris Cox, he said Cox, Chris Cox basically said the same thing, right? In his latest last Monday with the whole thing about Hasbro. AI has been a clear success. No, Chris. No, it hasn't. He's all for AI. He loves AI. He wants AI to do everything that Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro was doing up to now. It can make everything better. There's nobody at Hasbro right now at Wizards of the Coast isn't using AI somehow to make things better. In fact, Chris Cox refers to himself as the AI bull. AI bull. Able. Was that supposed to be an unintentional play on words, Chris? Because if it was, very clever. But I don't think you're smart enough. Now, referring to yourself as the AI bull, you do know what that means. A bull is most well known for, right? Being a bull or a rooster in the hen house. You're basically saying, right, Chris, that you Wait, look, Mr. Cox, what you do in the privacy of your own home and whatever your personal kink is, more power to you. I don't care. But when you start advertising yourself as the AI bull, Abel, yeah. So how come Chris Cox, I said Cox, says basically the same thing. AI is taking your jobs, and I have no problem with that. And nobody bats an eye. Of course, why should they? We're so used to that coming out from Hasbro. In fact, I think we would have been more surprised had he said, yeah, AI is not working. Let's try something else. People would have been like, wait, what? But no, he said, AI is doing exactly what we wanted to do, and AI is doing exactly what we said we were going to have it do. And so far, it seems to be working. No, Chris. No, it's not. D&D sales are abysmal right now. Yeah, but Magic, dude, at this point, a bunch of 9-year-olds could make Magic the Gathering and nobody would care. And they could be crayon drawings. Magic is it's an infinite profit machine, you know? It's never not gonna make you money. Didn't, so whatever. It's pure profit. So how come Chris Cox, in the way he said it, is okay, but the way Ryan Dancy said it is not okay? How come Ryan Dancy gets thrown under the bus, but Chris Cox, nobody bats an eye? Maybe it's because nobody expected that to come from Ryan Dancy. Nobody expected the AEG guy to go, hey, yeah, it's going to steal our jobs. There's nothing it can do that you can't do. So why don't we just embrace that? Because it will save us money. And again, reading the way Ryan Dancy, now obviously this is a quote of a quote of a quote of a quote of a quote. So we don't know exactly the tonal connotations of how he said it, or in what the context is, because this article is being framed to sort of portray what he said in a negative way. And these are the consequences that you get for saying AI is going to take our jobs. Saying AI is going to take our jobs the way you said it, Ryan, bad. AI is going to take our jobs the way Chris Cox said it, good. Chris Cox gets multiple articles and multiple references to him talking about how AI's basically stolen all the jobs at Wizards and Hasbro, and that's entirely what they wanted to happen, and nobody cares. Stop us, I'm the AI bull. Again, Chris, I don't know if that's what you want to be known as. I'm all for AI. In fact, I might be it. Is Chris Cox AI? Has he been replaced by a robot? Don't know. Seems like the kind of thing that they do. Yeah, we replaced Chris Cox with an AI. We didn't notice any difference. We also replaced Chris Cox with a tuna fish sandwich, and we didn't notice any difference. So make of that what you will. So I think again, Mr. Dancy, without hearing the original way it was said, and without knowing what your state of mind is at the time, all I can say is the way the argument that you made is being perceived could have led to why you are no longer with AEG, which sucks because the chances of him getting a new job in this environment in the United States are pretty slim. So, but to express the fear that AI it can do our job as good, I mean, there's no question AI can do the job. It's just, can it do as well as humans? AI is going to do art better than humans. So far, still haven't seen anything that AI has made that's made me go, yeah, that's better than humans. It's because they still get the fingers wrong and stuff like that. And I don't think AI is at the point where it can design a game and have the same emotional impact of something that was made by people who actually understand people. It could get pretty close. Look at Dungeons and Dragons, but there's still things missing that for that I don't know what I'm saying. So Chris Cox gets awarded. He gets lauded. Oh my God, Chris Cox saying that Wizards is going to continue to do what you said it was going to do, saying that pretty much 90% of our workforce here at Hasbro is AI or AI adjacent. Well, that's a good thing. You sound excited. So we should be excited. We as the stockholders, we as the investors should be excited that you are switching over to the all AI forward environment. Because look how well we did this quarter money wise, and look how well D&D is selling. Yeah, but Peppa and Magic are doing good. Okay, and Beyblade's doing good. Yeah, I don't get that. And Ryan Dancy says the same thing, but he kind of says it more doom and gloom. He says it, there's nothing you can do, kid, that the AI can't do. And that gets him thrown under the bus because we need a scapegoat. We need somebody to say, look, we're punishing you for saying AI is going to steal our jobs. Ooh, I got a comment. Sup, OG? Sup, Swords and Stones? Happy New Year. Thanks for dropping by. So I was going to make a different video about stock art because I think in the current AI apocalypse, stock art doesn't get enough love. And I think it deserves to use more love. In fact, the product I'm working on right now that I'm done with Vigilantes, is going to be mostly stock art if I can't find somebody to do the art for me. And I'm using a lot of stuff that Rob Necronomicon has made. Shout out to Rob Necronomicon. So I think this is a perfect time to start bringing attention to stock art. I was thinking of doing like a stock art artist or stock art or source of the week thing going forward. I don't know. Apparently I need to sort of change things up, look at, referencing the changes that Tanker has made over at Tanker's Tavern and the success that seems to be getting him, that, maybe I need to change things up here at the OGGM with look and whatever, or what I focus on. So maybe in the midst of the Ryan Dancy Hasbro AI apocalypse, it's time to start drawing more attention to stock art for those of us who are not talented, like Swords and Stones. This guy's talented. I can draw stick figures. I can draw squiggly lines. I can draw fish. If I was making a role-playing game about fish, maybe I should make a role-playing game about fish. Anyway, so again, in closing, another chapter in the AI apocalypse, how come Chris Cox can embrace AI, call himself the AI enthusiast, the AI bull? Abel, I get it now. Yeah. I don't think Chris Cox was smart enough to intentionally make that pun. I think that was an accidental pun. What he's really saying is, I'm a bull. I'm just charging forward with AI, without realizing the weird, bizarre sexual reference to bull. Because, yeah, you're going to put that in people's heads that I'm a bull and I'm in the field with all the other computers, and yeah, and it's bullshit. But yeah. But Ryan gets thrown to the bus. Chris Cox gets rewarded. So it's just the way they presented it, I think. And it sucks because now Ryan's going to be the scapegoat. Bullshito. And it's another victory for Wizards. And, independent artists or stock art sources are not getting referenced, and I believe they should get more love, especially now. Shout out to Rob Necronomicon and more as I start working on this project. So yeah, sorry, Ryan. I hope you find another job, buddy. You deserve it. What you said, I mean, is truth. There is truth that there's nothing that AI can't do that I can do, right? I mean, I can do it better because I'm still a human, but to vomit out a video of Pablum or vomit out a game of Pablum, sure, that's AI has reached that point that it could easily create a board game. It wouldn't be a very interesting board game, but based upon the sales of Magic the Gathering and how awful the art of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ones is, does it really even need to be interesting anymore to get people to buy it? Because that's what Hasbro's saying, right? Right? If you embrace AI and say only good things about AI, you don't get in trouble. People go, oh, yay, Wizards of the Coast is doing the exact thing Wizards of the Coast said it was going to do, but it's okay because Chris Cox is a bull in the AI pasture, but Ryan Dancy was a negative Nancy, so yeah, you're out. You're the scapegoat. We know AEG is probably going to use AI anyways if they're not already, and we know Wizards is going to use AI. They've admitted it, so really what's the point of me blabbing about this for 16 minutes other than, again, the question that I started with, how come Chris Cox is okay saying it, but how come Ryan Dancy gets thrown out of the bus? Because we got to tie it in somehow, because have a great day.
Mischief in the classroom, potions gone astray, flying through the quad, now brighter every day. Laugh till we cry hard, sneaking out at night, cloaks in the moonlight, everything feels right. That's so Wizards